Hi everybody, this is Kevin, and welcome back to another anime review. And today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on Shenmue Episode 10, which I have to say, dude, this series has been so much fun. I've really enjoyed it, especially in the last episode with the whole dynamic between Ryu and Ren working together, sort of reluctantly, and even more so in this episode. And I love their whole dynamic. Just the whole story so far has been great. And definitely looking forward to see how it wraps up with the last 3 episodes now, because, you know, it's only 13 episodes. Here we are on episode 10. But it actually starts out with Shenmue, who we haven't seen in quite some time. And I was told she's sort of like the dual protagonist. It's like, how the fuck is that the case, especially in the anime? Maybe it's different in the games, obviously. But, you know, she hasn't interacted with Ryu whatsoever. And the few scenes we've seen of her are just sort of in the beginning of the episode or the end of the episode. She says a few words and then sort of disappears. But, like, on the games, because I recently bought the games on the PS4, she's on the cover, I think, of the first game. Either the first or the second game. She's on the cover. I think Ren's on the cover of the second game. But, yeah, we saw that. And, of course, Ryu is still looking for Odysee. And he's working with Ren now to try and get Odysee. And Ren's only in it for the money. You know, Ren's only with him because, hey, I'll make a few bucks off you. And they have that whole thing going on. And they're talking to the contact. It's like, oh, you got to go here and you'll find Odysee. But they walk into a trap set up by the Yellowheads gang, who is a rival gang below Lon D. They all work under Lon D. He's like the head honcho of the crime syndicate in Hong Kong. And also because Ren is a crime lord, you know, but he's one of the lesser known ones, I suppose. And what happens is, you know, they get cornered and you know, captured. And Ryu and Ren have they're handcuffed. So, you know, they're thrown into a room locked up and they have handcuffs on. It's like, oh, how are we going to get out of this mess? So they start by faking it. Like Ryu fakes passing out and Ren's like, oh, the kid's passed out. We need help in here. And the guard opens the door. The two of them in tandem punch him, knock him out. And it's like, oh, he doesn't have a key. So how are we going to get out of here? So like a fun little chase scene where they're running away and they're both handcuffed. And there's this big dude. Forgive me if I don't get all the names right because, you know, first time watching the series, never played the game, so I'm not really too sure of the names, but I do know Ren and Ryu and Lon D and all of them, of course. But this big dude shows up and he's like, I'm gonna kill you, and like, you hear his footsteps as he's walking. It's absolutely hilarious. But what happens is Ryu and Ren, being handcuffed and not being able to find the key, make their way, open this door, and they think it's like one of the fire escapes. But, you know, they're in the slums of Hong Kong, so the ladder's been destroyed. It's like, we gotta make a run for it. We gotta jump. And Ren's, are you crazy? But, of course, they do jump anyway. They make it across. And this big dude is just standing there like, I'm gonna kill you, you sons of bitches. Oh! So they make their way back. And Wong is able to use his lock-picking skills to get him out of the you know, the handcuffs. And then they continue their quest. And they end up finding, you know, the flamboyant guy from a few episodes ago, which I question his whole motive because the one dude says, oh, he's a neat freak, but just based on how he dressed, he might be a fag, you know? Who knows? So they tail him and break into his house and you know, they find like this contact that they have captured who knows Odysee, and they're able to free him. And there's this funny scene when they break into his house with this bird, and the bird's like, ah! I'm back. You know, and then Ryu and Ren, we gotta hide in the closet. In the closet. You know, squeaking away. And the big dude comes in like, oh, you fools, because the bird's just like, you know, in the closet. But, you know, they had just said that. And so the bird keeps repeating it. And they actually trapped the big oaf in the closet. A great screenshot, which I think I'm going to make the thumbnail of them kicking him in there and locking the door. So, you know, Ryu and Ren eventually get the contact to Odysee, and he tells him, you know, how to find Odysee. He gives them 4 keys, and it's like some James Bond shit where they got to remove the brick to put the key in there to make the, you know, secret passage open. And then this one, there's 4 little secret passages to which they find Odysee. But, you know, the Yellowheads followed them all there, and it ends with a big brawl between them all. And actually, Zhu Ying shows up to protect Ryu, which I thought was pretty cool. And great episode, man. So I'm going to show you some of the screenshots now as I just ramble through the whole synopsis. Again, I hope you guys are watching along with me so it makes more sense. But yeah, I really enjoyed the series. This is actually the father of Shenmue. We saw him in the first scene. Here's the here's the big oaf guy, dude. I'm like laughing my ass off. Just his footsteps is like boom, 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 boom in his voice. That's the one contact that tells them to go here, but they actually get ambushed by this dude. Then, you know, Ryu and Ren handcuffed, and Ren's like, oh, this jackass, I don't want to work with him, but he's reluctantly with him. That's the flamboyant guy. Just look how he's dressed, and like the way he's walking, like the way that Ryu and Ren find him, he's buying bird seed to feed his stupid bird. And the way he's walking, like his hips are moving around, it's like, what the hell is going on with this guy? But yeah, I want to make this the thumbnail where, you know, the bird's walking each of the cage right behind him. And you say, in the closet, and this big oaf thinks that Ryu and Ren are in the closet hiding, and they kick him in there, and that dresser there to the left, they actually knock it over to make it so he can't open the doors, because you see, you gotta open the doors outward, so they're not able to open. So fucking hilarious. And this is the famous Yolanda Zil, so we're finally seeing him, and then it ends with this epic shot with Zhu Ying appearing, you know, to protect Ryu. Because we actually, I glossed over that, we got a little scene where Zhu Ying had a flashback about how her brother left the Monmo Temple years ago and was seeking revenge for the same gang that Lan Di is in charge of. The Cho Meng, I believe it was pronounced. So, overall, a great episode. I've really enjoyed this one. Joy was in this episode. You know, I'm the simp for Joy. She was in this episode for just one little scene, so I don't really have any great screenshots to share with her. You know, she's just there when Wong was unlocking the handcuffs. But good to see her again. Hopefully we see more of her. 3 more episodes to go. I can't wait to see how it ends. And I've really enjoyed this series. Definitely recommend it to all of you, especially if you're a Shenmue fan. Me, you know, never playing the games. You know, great series. Absolutely love it. So thanks, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And also, stay tuned for my live stream tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we continue Final Fantasy X-2. Have a great day, guys.